So I hope you enjoyed part one of that episode. The North Node Theater ladies are really dropping some really mental health gems slash bombs. At least they did on me during that episode. We're now going into part two. Expect more of the same, maybe even better, maybe an increase in knowledge and discussion of different tools and aspects and ways in which you can increase and upgrade your own mental health. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the first part of the episode and get to familiarize yourself and enjoy the second part. Talk to you later.
Um, the second part of the therapeutic theater side of things is that um, we reenact an experience where somebody is on a cognitive hiccup of it, a cognitive loop, where they can't quite move on without closure. So we reenact that scenario for them, and then to provide that closure, we reenact what it was that they always needed.
Hmm. Yeah.
This is how you heal. I think I
Yes.
learned a little bit about this.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
continue.
It creates and having a group, a community hold space both with and for that individual really provides the community healing because it triggers something in this person, triggers something in this person, triggers something in this person. This is what it brought up for me. And then like we debrief and de-roll those individuals. So, and I know that Liz will go into this a little bit deeper, but it truly allows that person to, oh, I remember this when this scenario happened in my life. And now I get to look back at it from another perspective and hold space with you here. I thank you for that opportunity because it allowed me a deeper closure on that scenario. So it really is like a community healing.
Yeah. Well said.
Community healing. I like
Yeah.
that. Sorry,
Unity
I might
healing.
have a question about
Yeah.
that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It so as Lindsay was speaking, I was thinking about too so if let's just play with this. Like audience, John, if you think about
Hmm.
being at home alone, right? Like you're home alone and you start doing what we do in therapeutic theater, right? Like you walk around the room, you can't make eye contact with anybody, right? But you're playing with this, like you're walking around as if it's somebody's birthday. Or like you start actually like you can do this. It's called an empty chair technique, where you have all these chairs and they represent different parts of you. Or you want to talk to somebody in your life and you designate a chair as that person. You can do it alone. Like you can have a conversation. It can feel somewhat therapeutic, but I'm I'm drawing that in because like Lindsay was talking about, the whole like inherent nature of being in a group in a community, you get to be witnessed and you get to witness others. And I feel like that's one of the most profound things that we can experience because we like even on like the atom level of our being, the cellular level, like when we observe, things shift. Like there's a whole law of physics around like what you observe changes. So if you take that inside of therapeutic theater and we create this context of safety with people and everybody's on board, we're all moving towards a similar mission inside of that, of building community, being witnessed and witnessing others. The the power of that doing in a community is just like extraordinary. And not only that is like we experience the most deepest wounds inside of relationships. And the beauty of that is that we get to experience the depth of healing inside of relationships, right? Like our original group is our family, and we carry that into any kind of group work. And what that allows us to access is more evidence that we can be ourselves inside of relationships. I know it's scary. Like, I'm sure people at home listening are like, man, I don't want to be in a group. Like, I don't want to be vulnerable. Like, that's scary, right? And yes, it is scary, but there's, like Lindsay was saying, having the hard conversations, like having an actual lived experience of evidence there's prerequisite of courage inside of that. You have to have courage to step into that. And we are all so courageous beings. Like, we're resilient, we're courageous, and it will benefit you even if it's uncomfortable. Actually, many things in life that benefit you are uncomfortable. And so, like, it, I absolutely love group work because just the inherent nature of people getting together is healing. And then added on top of that, intentional exercises that allow you to go deeper into yourself and deeper into how you relate to others. It's massive. It's massive. So Lindsay was speaking to the therapeutic theater portion, which, there's an intention in how we've structured it because
Mhm.
Lindsay starts with them. It's really getting in your body. It's not going super deep emotionally right away, but it does eventually get there even inside of her exercises. In subtle ways, it will start happening. And Lindsay and I will both be like, oh, that person's like tearing up. Okay, like we're getting somewhere, right? And that's because like we're inherently emotional beings.
Mm-hmm.
We're not robots. We're meant to cry. We're meant to express our feelings. We're meant to scream and yell and rage.
Mm-hmm.
Like our society has made us believe, and our conditioning has made us believe that it's not okay to cry every day.
Right.
And I'm going to say, fuck that. It's actually really good for your body to cry.
It's the best thing.
It's one of the best things.
Yeah.
And so part of Lindsay and I's mission is to normalize expressing your
Mm-hmm.
emotions.
Yeah, and if I could
Yeah.
add to that is that you talked about vulnerability. Brene Brown talks about vulnerability. Vulnerability is not how do I cry more? Vulnerability is showing up in the truth of who you are and how you feel and expressing that in an authentic
Yes.
way. And
Yes.
Mhm.
that's truly what we hold space for and help and assist in our clients remembering that. We
Yeah.
all know how to move through emotion. We've just been programmed to numb it out and forget it.
Mm. Yeah.
Ooh,
Great point, Lindsay. Yeah.
programming again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Vulnerability is sharing yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's sharing yourself to be seen, but for you to see yourself too.
right.
And because, I mean, John, I'm sure you can relate to this is like some of the most impactful, significant moments have been when you've shared yourself.
I would say I would say the most impactful moments is when I feel like not just sharing myself, but like my complete self.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
a big nerd. I watch anime and cartoons. Like my shirt is a graphic tee of a cartoon. But there was this cartoon that I'm watching, and it's so cool. It's about like it has like aspects of like Buddhism and Taoism in it,
Oh, cool.
and
Yeah.
very yin and yang, and like opposites coming together. In the like the force and energy used like to build yourself up to make you stronger is Tao.
Mm,
And essentially like a lot of people are on this island and it's just like fighting to the death against like these other things that are a lot stronger. And they're like you're strong, but you're missing the thing you need to become stronger.
hmm.
And they're like, what is that? And they essentially this person says, weak is the seed of the strong, and strong is the fruit of the weak.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, that resonated because I was like, essentially, you have to like acknowledge your own weakness
Hmm.
in order to become strong.
Yes.
And in order to be strong, you have to acknowledge that even at your point of strength, you have and came from weakness.
Yeah.
And like, and essentially, I was like,
I would say like that, because based off like my personal experiences and what I've had to deal with, like I've often had to be like a strong person, and whether it be like physically, mentally, or emotionally, like strength, like my who I am, like strength was something that I feel like I had to simplify slash rely on to either get through something or help someone get through something.
Mhm.
And so when I first read that or like saw that, I was like, oh dang, this is my show. This is deep. We're gonna
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not all the way out yet. So I've binged what I can of it. Now we're waiting on this week to week bullshit. Um, but I would say I would agree where like the times that have been most like breathtaking or like life changing or resonating is when I've acknowledged both aspects of strength and weakness. Um,
Yeah.
and had like and my body's resonated because of it. Like I remember listening to this podcast by Nishobo, uh, and he says like a lot of like crazy stuff sometimes. But at one point in time, he's like, talk to your inner child and tell him he's like, I'm your daddy now.
Yeah.
Like let him know that you got him going forward. I remember I had it felt like frisson essentially like in my body, like my body resonated. It was like, yeah, we're good now. We're good. I was like,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, real fucking cool. And
That's
that was before I knew about all of this, like mental health, body healing, any of that. I was like, why did you do that, bro? Like I said words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, John, right there, that's the connection between your body and your mind that you're
Yeah.
making,
And
right?
and I didn't even know it was there.
Yeah.
I just said he's like repeat these words to your body, and then like I did it. My body was like I was like, hey, whoa, literally I was like, we're feeling things. Why are we feeling things?
Yeah. Yeah, because your words literally resonate in your body because of the vibration of your tone, which Lindsay was speaking to. And then, I've had moments. So there's this technique that I have been learning called the body language technique.
Hmm.
And a part of it is using words, sort of decrees or statements, to talk to your body and reprogram your programming. And so I've done this with clients where I could see that they're like protective and resistant to feeling their feelings. And I will have them say the statement, I give myself permission to feel my feelings, and that's okay. And they'll say it and they will start crying because their body is like, oh, their subconscious is listening to their words and was like, oh, I can actually feel my feelings. And then they're surprised because they're like, wait, why am I crying? Yeah,
Okay,
it's really amazing.
I'm gonna pull that one later. I'm gonna try that one.
Yeah, try
Like
it. Yeah,
speak to the subconscious. That's freaking sick.
yeah.
Um, I wanted to ask you guys now, because now like we just talked about North Node Therapeutic Theater, the on and ingoings of it, and how freaking sick it is in there. Now I want to talk about your guys' podcast and what I've seen
Mm,
whenever I watch your guys' podcast. There's something unique that happens.
yeah.
Um, I wouldn't call myself like a scientist per se. I would say like I'm my own scientist, if you will. But there's often a gap between knowledge and application. Like, uh, you may know the right thing, what the right thing is to do, but stress might make you make a wrong decision, so to speak, right? There's
Mhm.
something that happens on y'all's podcast that makes it feel like therapy. Because you're so good at knowledge and application. And I see even with most professionals, there seems to be a gap when that happens. Like I have a tool that I use. I track my calories because if I don't, there is no limit to the amount of things I'll put in my mouth. I
Mhm.
have there's a number that I know that if I exceed this number, bad things happen. And so I use that as my tool, and that's just what I do. That's my law. It's my thing. And it's my knowledge and then my application. But like in so many aspects of life and in so many situations, knowledge and application doesn't happen. But the way it happens in your guys' conversation, and granted, you guys are also very like I'll say your ability to tune with each other, even via Zoom, is also really good because you will either of you will either go like, "Hey, it looks like you're feeling something right now. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Talk on it."
Uh-huh.
So, and then like you'll go deeper, you'll validate, you'll acknowledge, you'll validate, you'll go deeper, and then you'll affirm, and then like it gets better from there. And like I it goes from stressor to smiles even
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
oftentimes.
Yeah.
Um and
True.
so I want to ask, how is it that y'all do it so well? And how do you bridge the gap between knowledge and application?
Like I said earlier, practice. So Liz and I have, like, people assume that Liz and I have been best friends for like 15, 20 years. What is it, like two?
I think it's going on 2 years.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
only 2 years? Oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
yeah. We individually in our lifetime have continuously showed up for ourselves, and we've practiced and done the work of listening to our intuition, listening to our body, and then leaning just beyond the threshold of where we're comfortable. We have consistently done that. And how she talks about her life, how I talk about my life, it's been a thing. So when we met in this lifetime, it was like, I think I know you at a deeper capacity. I think I know you at a deeper soul level. Um, uh, we just found this what is the word? Synergy? Is that
Hmm.
the word that I'm looking for?
Yeah.
We just found this way of holding space both with and for each other that it was like, oh, you're like my long lost best friend. Huh. Okay, cool. We could just continue doing life and hanging out and, creating safe spaces
Hmm.
for other people too. Um, and so Liz and I don't want to speak for you. I show up to this friendship, this business ship, this partnership, all the ships.
All the ships.
All the ships, yes,
I
yes.
show up with the intention of, I see you, dude.
Hmm.
She's my dude, bro, twin. Like,
Yep.
I see you. And I don't want to direct or control how you're experiencing or navigating this life. I just want to hold space both with and for you to be your best self. And I just am so lucky to be a part of it.
Hmm.
Right? And knowing that I get to be in a friendship in in a relationship like this shows me that I am capable of a romantic partnership so that when that man does come into my world, I'm like, "Oh, okay, we get to continue and do something similar,
Hmm.
just at in a different way." And
Yeah.
so, thank you for reflecting that it's kind of like therapy because that's why we decided to do the podcast. I noticed a pattern in how we were talking to each other. Sometimes we were coaching each other. Sometimes we were just being friends. Sometimes we were being obnoxiously silly. And I was like, there's something here. We should start recording this. And people listen who I didn't think listened. And when they reflect back of like, oh, that really helped me move through this experience or this memory that was like, I didn't even realize I was on a loop. I was like, that's why we do it.
Mhm.
So thank you for showing up and being exactly you and,
Hmm.
like co-creating this thing with me that I was just like, we should just do the thing. And we're
I was
doing
like,
the
yeah,
thing.
let's do the thing.
Thing
Yes.
is happening. I've seen it. It's just good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. I love you, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Can you repeat the question again?
Got you.
I was receiving so much goodness.
So much goodness. I said, how do you both bridge the gap between knowledge and application?
Yeah. You know, I think Lindsay would agree with this is like her and I have done a lot of trial and error in our lives. Like we didn't just show up knowing like conceptually and experientially like how to do this. Like it was a lot of moments of doing things and then it like bombing or
Hmm.
doing things and like it really fucking sucked.
Hmm.
It hurt us,
Uh-huh.
right? Like there's pain in that. And there's also joy in, you know, like building upon our own understanding of ourselves and self-worth and like appreciating ourselves and accepting ourselves. Like it was the full spectrum of a human
Hmm.
experience. to get to
Hmm.
the point where we're like, we're more effective at bridging that gap, you know? I think it's a lot of trial and error
Hmm.
because there's so many things happening inside of us and then externally that sometimes I've had plenty of moments where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I need to do here. And also, like, I'm not even sure, like, why I feel the way that I feel and what's needed. Like, there's a lot of like moments of fuzziness where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna do my best here and sit with this or reach out to trusted friends and talk it through and then go from there. But honestly, like from what I've learned, there's so many times where uh, you begin to understand something in retrospect after something happens, after you experience it. And then you gather more evidence of, oh, okay, this is actually what I need, or this is not what I need. I thought this was what I need, but man, it does not work for me.
Hmm.
You know, and it's always like walking, I feel like it's walking blindly into things and then discovering things along the way.
Hmm.
And so I just want to like humanize Lindsay and I's how we got here. And we're still very much learning.
Hmm.
Like that does not end. And I think when you start thinking that you know things, that's when you're in trouble.
Right.
That like takes away curiosity. And not to diminish, like we do know things for sure. And I see that in myself and I see that in Lindsay and it's a beautiful thing. And like we're still always learning.
Hmm.
And and so yeah, that's just like the underneath of the podcast and what you see, John, is like is that it's like it's all of that.
Hmm.
Um and then I feel like a part of my superpower is the attunement piece and catching the subtleties. And then me so like I have this tremendous hunger to take what I've learned and apply it to the practical world. Like how can I take this and then apply it in a way that you can actually like feel, see, practice because it can feel really intellectual and abstract. And so, and that's a beautiful conversation, but then it's like, how do I actually practice this and live it and anchor it into my being so that I can take the wisdom of all of this trial and error, like journeying, right? And apply it to my life so that I can add to my quality of life, you know? And so I think Lindsay and I are definitely on the we're on that side of the spectrum that's just like constantly curious and looking at how we are and how we show up. And some may say that it's obsessive, and some may say like, why are you like putting so much energy into that? And I would say like it's a part of my soul's journey here. Like I have it in me for a reason, and I want to honor that, you know. And also I do want to have fun and just experience life and goof off and be a human and not always be ruminating or thinking about things. So there is a balance to be had in that too, you know. I think we like John, I'm sure you can get with this is like inside of working out and lifting, rest and recovery, massive,
Necessary.
necessary, essential. And it's the same with this. Like Lindsay and I need to rest and recover and not always be on when it comes to like the learning and growing, you
Hmm.
know? So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, there's careful balance there too. Yeah. But I also want to touch on you mentioned failure. I call
Yeah.
it practice. I
Yeah.
failed a lot.
Yes.
A
Lots of
lot.
practice.
Lots of
Lots and
practice.
lots of practice.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm like, but it's such a glorious learning opportunity of like, oh, okay, what worked? What didn't work? Right? Like I
Yeah.
called it practice earlier with a friend, like hashing out an uncomfortable conversation that I knew that they were just going to bail on the friendship of like, oh, okay, well, I'm still going to show up and practice the skills of expressing myself and trying to be heard and then also practice detaching when I knew that they bailed.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so multi-layered and that's so much of that experience or those experiences are what we bring to the podcast. And then holding space for each other of like, oh, yeah, is there anything else that you need to say or express there? Are
Yeah.
you good? Do you want to move on or do you want to press pause or we could revisit after we're done recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a consistent check-in with Liz and I. We have our own debriefing routine or sacred practice after workshops because we as facilitators hold the space as such sacred space that we don't want to process our own shit in the middle of a workshop.
Yeah.
That's seriously like I've been to workshops where I'm witnessing the facilitator process their own stuff and I'm like, you just lost me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've totally just checked out. That's not what this is. But okay, cool. Glad that you're getting what you need. Right? Like and and sometimes we are provoked emotionally
Yeah.
in our workshops because we do put ourselves on display. We encourage a heightened sense or heightened vulnerability, and sometimes we are provoked, but we guide each other through it and we check in, and then we sort of both simultaneously press pause, and then in our debriefing session, that's when we really dive into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of having a co-facilitator who
Yeah.
is a friend, like
Mhm.
a bestie. Like in workshops, I feel so held and supported by Lindsay. And in safety, like we get to thrive. And so yeah, I could do
Mhm.
this alone. Lindsay could do this alone. We
Mhm.
could,
Mhm.
yeah, that's totally possible. Um, and it's such a gift to do it with a friend and someone who is in tune and able and competent in what they're doing because I know I've felt like I could just thrive. Like Lindsay's got my back. Like we're
Mhm.
good, you
Mhm.
know. She can jump in if I'm like struggling in some way, or I could jump in and help support
Mhm.
her, right?
Yeah,
So
we
yeah,
watch our clients and we watch each other
yeah.
consistently throughout the workshop. And there have been moments where Liz has jumped in. I'm like, oh God, thank God, I need a second. Oh, that's amazing. That's because I was struggling with that one. That's so
Yeah,
great. And vice versa.
yeah,
I'll
sure.
step in of like I'll get a ping of an idea and I'll be like, can I try something here? Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's so
Yeah,
great.
it is. Yeah, and I love like the way we are leaders in the group is like Lindsay was speaking to, and I just want to highlight is like we're not just these facilitators that are teaching, like we're modeling the vulnerability of exercises.
Hmm.
And we're sharing in some way ourselves, not like our story or like Lindsay said, anything that triggers us, but more of dropping into that human level of relating to people and showing them like we'll model one of the exercises is the two phrases, the two word phrase exercise where we pick, a phrase that's two words and her and I will model this exercise and afterwards we'll debrief about it and I will share what came up for me. But it's to model that like it's okay if something happens in your body or it's okay
Hmm.
if something gets activated. Like
Hmm.
that's actually important information and we encourage you to share it with us like
Hmm.
I'm sharing it with you right now. So yeah, you can model it and debrief with a group in a way that's not it's not you processing your feelings, it's you showing this is okay that this got activated.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. This is cool. What? I might need to go to the North Node Therapeutic Theater. Oh
You are
You are
welcome
shit.
to come
welcome.
anytime. Yes.
I
Yeah,
might need to show up at the North Node Therapeutic Theater. Y'all might be surprised. Is that John in here?
that's
Yes,
great.
yes. I'm walking the circle. I'm feeling the things. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes,
Yeah, we would
love
love
it.
it, John.
Mhm.
Okay. I need North Node Therapeutic details. Okay, I'll ask those after
Yeah,
the podcast.
you got it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I kind of feel like I don't even have to ask this because I've learned so much on this podcast so far. But just in case someone has watched this entire episode and feel like there's like, I just haven't learned a single thing. Don't know how this happens, but it can happen. Um, what would be something y'all could teach the audience? And now, once
Mhm.
again, it could be something simple like as like a way to connect brain to body. It could be something as simple as like, hey, if you're having a discussion and this happens, you need to step away from that discussion and reset.
Mhm.
However y'all would like to do it. And it doesn't have to be like this long drawn out thing. Like you don't have to teach someone trigonometry or like prove a try.
Yeah,
I hated geometry because it was like prove it's like someone said it
I
the best.
hated
It
it
was like
too.
prove this is a triangle. It was like, bro, look at it.
It is a triangle.
And look at it. It looks like a triangle. So it doesn't have to be like that in depth. But how or what would y'all like to teach the viewers and listeners?
Yeah, Lindsay, do you want to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
I start out our workshops this way. Um, would you like to play along?
Please.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'm locked in.
I
Okay.
I invite I invite you both to close your eyes. Simply take note of how you're breathing in this moment. Almost inevitably, the next breath is slightly deeper because we have a tendency to hold our breath. With your next inhale, I invite you to expand your lungs equally and evenly. And simply take note what shifts happen within your body. No judgment. With your next exhale, I invite you to begin loosening and relaxing, releasing the muscles in your jaw. And with your next inhale, send love to your jaw muscles. Feel yourself speaking the next time you speak with ease, with love, sweetness, and tenderness. And allow your next exhale to relax your jaw slightly more. With your next inhale, allow your attention and intention to move towards the back of your neck and the front of your neck. Notice the tension that you're holding on to. Yeah, I see you.
This happens every time I
I... Stay with me.
I'm with you. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, just take a breath and recenter. Good, good. Allow your energy to simply open the space within your neck, releasing the tension that your muscles are hanging onto, and simply just allow the grip to loosen. Have the intention of expanding your lungs equally and evenly, and find yourself in a rhythm of loosening your jaw, releasing the neck muscles, and expanding your rib cage equally and evenly. Find a rhythm here. Inhale, exhale. Sending love to the tension, releasing the tension. With your next inhale, simply allow it to fully encompass and breathe into your physical being. And with your exhale, simply allow your energy to expand. Whatever that means to you, there's no right or wrong. If there are other muscles calling your attention, go within and send love and use the same breath work. Allow your body to release the grip, sending love and sweetness and tenderness. Spend a moment in expressing gratitude to your body. Thank you for taking me from point A to point B with barely yelling at me. Take a good solid inhale and exhale through your mouth. Take another inhale and exhale through your mouth, and bring your awareness back into the room. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Do you feel slightly more relaxed now?
That was
Yes.
really cool. That reminded me
Mhm.
of I started doing, it's called Yoga Nidra,
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
and that reminded me exactly of that. Like I had like the lady speaking essentially was like, relax your eyes. And I was like, why would you? Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
was like, oh, how did she know that my eyes were flexed? I didn't know I did that. And
Yeah.
when you were like, relax your jaw, at that point, I was like, I'm on camera, so I don't want to do this, but my mouth is supposed to be like this.
That's great.
I just didn't want to do that on camera, but that's how close I was getting. I was like, I mean, if she said relax
Yeah,
your jaw
that's
one more time, it's
so
happening.
good.
And John, I just want to point out is that like you're you're speaking now differently and your face looks slightly different just because we spent a moment to relax your
Mm,
jaw itself. And when you intentionally relax your neck muscles, it also inevitably relaxes your shoulders, right?
yeah.
Like everything is so connected. And so taking a moment, this is such beautiful work when I'm working with clients who live with chronic pain, to send, because we have a tendency, like the brain gets the signal that the body is in pain. Pain is just a messenger. And we have a tendency to want to resist the pain, go away, go away, go away. But actually, what our body is asking for is deeper listening and deeper love and sweetness and tenderness. And one of the glorious lessons that I learned from recovering from a traumatic brain injury and living with truly chronic pain that would not, it was like electricity going down both my legs, of just like softening and easing into every spike of, I love you, body, and it's okay, I got you. I love you, body, and it's okay, I got you. And I'm so grateful that I'm no longer in that pain, but it's such a beautiful practice and shifts your dynamic of what and your relationship to your body. And then you're able to like go into the gym and lift the heavy weights.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. Hopefully, I might do a little bit of this before I get primed to go lift later. This is good. This is good.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, when you show up to the gym in a relaxed state, you're actually way more productive.
Hmm.
Like everybody wants to like caffeine it up and like power whatever, C4. This is not me calling out that company, but like whatever, energy drinks like okay, I got the energy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do the thing. But you're not really effectively lifting if you're not in a relaxed state beforehand. So doing an exercise like that, simple breathing, and what was that, like 2 minutes of just
Yeah, it
like
was nothing.
intention. That's really all that it is connecting and listening. Hmm.
Yeah.
That sorry, I'm thinking because you said like C4 whatever it is. I was like C4 is mild compared to hold up. I'm gonna look it up
Yeah.
right now because there's a supplement that I like the name of it was like a monstrosity. I was like, first and foremost,
Oh.
this belongs in prison. Who created this?
Sorry, I'm
Who
not calling out companies. It's just one that
you,
came to mind.
you don't have to call them out. Here it is. Goth Girl Spit.
What?
What?
That's what the name of the supplement was called. It's called Goth Girl Spit. And
Okay.
essentially it has
Dang.
it has like 1,200 milligrams of like caffeine
Whoa.
and like a bunch of other stuff too, where it was the point was like, first and foremost, yeah, the workout's gonna be the best. It'll be your last one.
Yeah, for real. That's
You're
hard
done.
on your heart.
Hmm.
It's like you're done after that one. It'll
Jeez.
be your best and last workout.
It's not good for your
Wow.
adrenals. Yep.
So
No,
I was
definitely.
just like for some I think it has like a goth girl riding like a horse like as the logo. Oh, Winston, what up,
Winston!
dude? What up, dude?
Winston!
Say hi.
Oh, I love him so much. He's so
Oh,
great.
He brings such joy to my life. Hi. Are
He's such
you?
a sweet guy.
He's been protecting the house all morning. I'm like,
oh,
Way to go,
there's
Winston.
there's no need to bark, and
way to
hopefully you
go,
haven't been
Winston.
able to hear him.
Have not. Not
No,
once.
He's a good boy.
that was great, Lindsay. And, a little bit of physiology behind that and how it works too, both energetically and physiologically, is the neck, the neck holds the vagus nerve. The
Mm.
vagus nerve is the largest nerve that runs through our body. And it starts here. Actually, it starts up here and down, right? I believe. I know it's here. I don't want to mis
I do know here. I don't know up here.
Yeah,
I do
and
know
then
here.
runs all the way down.
And then it runs all the way
Hmm.
down into your gut
Hmm.
and
Mm.
innervates. There's nerve endings that innervate in your gut. And so it's directly related to your nervous system. And so doing what Lindsay just like walked us through helps relax your nervous system and
So
relax that vagus nerve.
that's why I just
Hmm.
yawned. God damn. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yes.
Like I just yawned. I was like, well,
Yawning's great. Like
Yeah.
yawning is such a good sign. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, I
Yeah.
wasn't tired. I wasn't this. I yawned because I was relaxed. I was like, damn, she did something.
Hmm.
I'm yawning
She
mid podcast.
I have a way of doing that.
did
Yes.
that
Uh,
magic thing to me.
she did the magic.
Well,
Sorry.
did you notice that I laughed when we started it? Because
I
I was
I
I
was
was
so locked into
feeling,
my body.
oh, nice, good. I was
Mhm.
So
just
good.
like, I laugh when I start like really relaxing, like it's like the energy releases and then I can like settle a little bit more. Um, but yeah, that was great, Lindsay. Thank you for walking us through that. So good.
Absolutely.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure.
Yeah. So I'll offer another vagus nerve relaxer.
Hmm.
So this is gonna be funny, but put your thumb right on the soft part underneath your chin. Okay?
Hmm.
What I want you to do is close your mouth, but create a little bit of space between your teeth. So you're not like clenching. There's a little bit of space. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hum in this position. Okay, so it's gonna go like this. Mm. And you can go low. Mm.
Mm.
Or it can go
Mm.
high. Mm.
Mm.
Just like notice what tone, like really, because you'll start noticing a
Mm.
relaxation feeling going down your throat into your stomach. So whatever tone works for that. It's usually lower for me. I like lower.
Mm.
Mm. Are you guys feeling it?
Mhm. I
Mhm.
like that one.
Okay, and then another little easy one is just going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm,
Mhm.
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
And that's also if you really like focus on your gut and stomach as you're going, mm-hmm,
Mhm.
you can feel it starting to shift.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh.
So that's
Hmm.
another little like vagus nervous system regulation trick that's real easy and simple. And then I also want to add, so I do couples therapy, I specialize in it. Something that I want to bring up that we kind of like touched on a little bit is is when you're in a fight with your partner, don't go beyond 30 minutes, okay? Because your nervous system is going to burn out. And you won't even be able to hear your partner if it's like more heightened, right? Like if
Hmm.
it's calm and like you guys are talking, like that's fine. But if there's like any activation going on, don't go past 30 minutes because it's gonna burn you out and it's also ineffective. because your ears will literally shut off.
Time limit to the argument. This is
And here's the other piece that I want to add to that.
okay.
I need to add to that actually, is whoever pauses the argument,
Mhm.
like that person needs to reinitiate it because
Mhm.
the other person may be like, I want to keep talking, like I don't want to stop talking, and they'll
Yeah.
start feeling really vulnerable, right? So if you pause it, you got to reinitiate it. And
Mm.
you got I also recommend telling your partner, if you're gonna pause it, hey, like I care about you, I want to hear you, but I really need some time and space to like process this and get to a calmer state to talk to you. And so adding in the love, like inside of an argument, even if you're angry or feeling whatever, like that's actually going to build resilience inside of your relationship. So that's super important. And then come back to the conversation maybe like a couple hours later. Don't linger too much on the space. Check in with each other throughout the day and be like, "Hey, are you ready to chat about this?" "No, I need like another hour," right? That's super important too.
That's so interesting because like I said, I this week has been a week of miscommunications and like height activation in discussions. And I was like, hey, you know what? This conversation isn't conducive anymore. Like a conversation for today
Mm.
has concluded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I got texting, well, you don't grow from that. Was like the immediate response was, you don't grow from
Ugh.
that.
Not
I was like,
necessarily.
I was
Yeah.
like, uh, actually, first and foremost, last I checked, at least not yet. Xavier has not hit me up. I'm not an X-Men. My X factor will not kick on from whatever stress you are trying to provide me.
Yeah.
So far, this like if I get a genetic test, like you might be a mutant, I'll be like, thank God. Okay, stress me out. Like that's fine. But like until someone confirms the potential of me getting superpowers from being stressed out,
Yeah.
you don't get to determine what will or will not make me grow.
Yes.
Uh,
Well,
especially
pressing
because
pressing pause, one, allows you to regulate your nervous system, but also like allows you to get into the space of responding versus reacting.
Hmm.
Even if it's like a 10-minute, okay, cool. Let's press pause. Let's set a timer on our clock. Come back in 10 minutes, go for a walk, go dance it out, go drink some water, right? Like maybe you're hangry, maybe you need a snack, and then revisit the conversation. But now it's like, okay, we press pause and now let's try again. And if it continues to escalate and you're not getting anywhere, bringing in a third party as like, hey, we're struggling, we seem to be in a loop.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that Liz and I talked about earlier in the podcast. I forget what episode around, but like having community within and allowing your community to get a glimpse into your romantic relationships. Those personal dynamics, in the romantic sense, like we have as a society isolated each other.
Yeah.
But it truly takes a village. It truly takes a village, not just for raising kids, but in general for we need community, and so allowing a third party into a dynamic in the sense of like, hey, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I am observing, take it or leave it, but this is in this moment what I'm witnessing in this conversation.
Yeah.
that's I love all of this so much. This was
So
great.
good.
Um, no, because this just reminds me of like all the tidbits of like conversations that I've had where
Mm.
I'm like, that didn't make sense to me, and now I know why.
Hmm.
So this
Awesome.
was
That's
chef's
awesome.
kiss. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the last question I have for y'all today.
Mhm.
What would you like to name this episode?
Oh, Lindsay. Hmm. Oh man. We talked about so many good
I
things.
know.
Huh. Oh, my cat's so cute. She's just looking at me so lovingly.
Well, what is the phrase that you used earlier, John? The knowing and the actualizing?
Oh, the
How did you describe our dynamic in the podcast of like how you reflected it back to us? I think that that would be a good.
I think I said the difference, the gap between knowledge and application, and
There you
how
go.
you guys. Oh, the gap between knowledge and application. Hot
Yeah,
damn. Okay.
that's
yeah,
yes,
that's
Powerful.
good.
yes, that's good. Yes, let's do that.
Hmm.
Great. So, John, you actually named it,
I
and we
know,
love
right?
Technically, I said it, but y'all named it.
Hmm.
it. Okay,
It was just a
fair,
word that I said, a phrase
fair.
that I said.
Phrase, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh, this
Nice.
is so sick. Thank you all so much for your time and energy and tools and knowledge and all of things that you've shared today on this episode of the Quadcast. I appreciate you. I hope to have you all back soon. Hope you all don't get too comfortable being too far away from the podcast. I will try to bring you all back on. That's what we do here.
Good.
I
John,
enjoyed it.
we would love to have you on our podcast and
Hmm.
also come back on your podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just really appreciate this conversation. And people can find us on Instagram,
Mhm,
North
mhm.
Therapeutic Theater,
And
uh,
it's theater,
with
not ER, it's RE.
RE. Yes.
Wait. Do people spell it ER? Wait a second. I thought it was
So
always RE.
theater ER is like the building.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Theater
Ah,
RE is the method and the practice. And that's why we spell theater the way that we do. Yeah.
Good
I
point.
thought it
Yes.
was always RE. I have been doing this wrong. Okay, sorry.
But like
Thank
you go
you.
to the movie theater, it's the building, so it's
Yeah.
ER.
I
Yeah.
thought
But
they were like,
theater is
oh,
the practice, it's
y'all didn't do
RE.
some spell check. Y'all slow. Whatever. I just like,
Yeah,
duh.
there's a reason behind that. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
it was chosen consciously, like for us. And so and I brought that to Liz and Liz was like, "Oh, okay, I believe you." I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, like that makes sense. All right, let's go with it. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
and
it.
we have a website, North Node TT, like Tamara, like Tamara T
NorthNodeTT.com.
Yeah,
.com. Yes.
yeah.
And then you can also find me on Psychology Today. I have a profile on there if you are interested in individual or couples work or interested in connecting with North Node too. I service all individuals in Texas. I do virtual sessions and then I also do in-person sessions.
Y'all will have to do me a favor. Send all of this information to me because
Yeah.
it will be in
Okay,
the caption of
sweet.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
episode. Because I want people, because I'm writing this down. I'm like, I'm gonna misspell something.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
We
Yeah,
got
the
yeah,
you. We got
we'll
you.
send it to you.
I thought
Yeah.
theater was spelled RE. So
No worries.
the faith I had in myself and my spelling capabilities plummeted just now.
No,
So
that's how we spell it. Yeah, absolutely. So, but also I offer coaching as well as
Yeah.
energetic healing sessions, and so you can reach out to me for the etheric side.
mhm. Let's
Yes.
go. And please, if you have a website or Instagram that you do for that or handle that, please either email
Absolutely.
and or text that to me.
Hmm.
Liz, feel free to share my contact information
Okay.
with Lindsay so Lindsay can send me that information and
Yeah.
I'll conglomerate that all into a caption.
Hmm. Great.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, John, for having us on. Our first time together, it was so much fun talking to you, and I love how you engaged in the conversation. So this has just been so good. So thank you for being present with us.
The opportunity as well as the pleasure was all mine. I stole it all. Sorry. I'll stop the recording now. Thanks again, ladies.
Thank
Yes.
you.